Yes, respected sadhakas, welcome. Salutations to you all, gratitudes to you all, wishes and prayers that our satsangas become fruitful for both of us and also for the entire universe and cosmos. May these classes and its effects and purposes reach far for the blessedness, for the utility of the entire beings of the whole universe, for their spiritual evolution. Although what we are doing is very small, yet we can have the large heart to have the prayers extending to endless, seamless universe. And congratulations to you that you have chosen to be a part of the study of these sublime Shastras. May we do this as our sadhana. May we apply ourselves fully with total commitment and shraddha. Try to grasp every important aspects that are being discussed here. Tonight, like every day, we have to study four things. One is over yesterday. First is our Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana Shastra Adhyanam in English, followed by Atma Bodha in Hindi, then our Skanda Purana Parayanam, then we'll have our Kena Upanishad Vakya Bhashya Parayanam under the Prasthanatraya Parayana topic. So let this be an opportunity seized by us. To begin with, the first one is Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana. In this, we are into second of the six Prakaranams, that is Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranam. As the topic says, how a Mumukshu will have to inspire from within and without for his own efforts, for his own achievements of the higher goal. That is the theme. Particular theme now going on from the fourth Sarga up to eighth. We are in the seventh Sarga. It is Sri Vasishthaji by all means trying to inculcate in us the supremacy of self effort over anything and everything else for our achieving of in the world anything up to becoming one with the Hiranyagarbha. In spirituality, the ultimate thing of realizing our essential self and be mukta. A beautiful shastra it is, a wonderful topic it is. Let us start enjoying it, studying it, learning it, practicing it. Start with our prarthana and sankalpa like every day. Om 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 ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्वसच्छास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम् तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यस्संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्वाल वेदव्यास वाल्मीकि वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्रादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराण इतिहासोक्त साध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां भक्तिज्ञानयोग आदि वेदान्तादिप्रक्रियाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थानजागरणविश्वव्याप्तिद्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां भक्तशिष्यसाधकसेवक उपासक जिज्ञासूनां श्रोतॄणामाश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्यक्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्यवीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन प्रेरणा उत्साह ज्ञानादीनां प्राप्ति द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये नित्य निरंतर द्विगुणीकृत दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञ आगादि साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलन द्वारा भारतवर्षे विश्वे सनातन धर्म पूर्ण प्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम विश्वे मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भक्ति भगवत भक्ति देवता भक्ति गुरु भक्ति शास्त्र भक्ति सत्संग भक्ति साधना भक्ति देशभक्ति धर्मभक्ति सनातन धर्म भक्ति सेवादीनां भक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं भारतवर्षार्थं सनातन धर्म विकासार्थं विश्व कल्याणार्थं च वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ते तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकराय यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। श्रीरामचन्द्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। समस्तगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीयोगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रं द्वितीय प्रकरणं मुमुक्षु व्यवहार प्रकरणं सप्तम सर्गः पौरुष मुमुक्षु व्यवहार प्रकरण पौरुष प्राधान्य समर्थनं नाम पौरुष प्राधान्य समर्थनम। नारायण Friends, as said yesterday, the seventh Sarga, in simple words, most sublime thoughts are given, highly inspirational, very much required every moment, everyone for everyone, especially to the spiritual seekers, and most applicably for the youth who just start their life's journey for their outer and inner achievements and successes. For all of us, great shlokas they are. We have seen four of them, three of them yesterday. Slowly we are coming to the fourth shloka. So just 2 minutes may the first three shlokas, if you see what is the meaning of it, then we will be able to tune and get the chance to be continuous. What was said in the first mantra by Sri Vaashishtha ji is Prapya Om Atha Saptama Sargaha Sri Vaashishtha Vacha Prapya Vyadhi Vinirmuktam Deham Alpa Adhivedanam Tatha Atmani Samadadhyat Tatha Atmani Samadadhyat Yata Bhuyo Na Jayate. Having obtained a body with minimum diseases and the mind with minimum anxieties or tensions, let us realize the Atman or the Self so that we are not again subjected to the transmigration of birth and death and in between all dukkhas and samsaras and bondages. So, for the youth, because they are healthy, young, minds are not so much loaded with any of the responsibilities or tensions. Therefore, straight away let them take up Atma Jnana. So, in this way, Ramji's Vairagya Sthiti having studied, Sri Vasishtha ji, he is giving him the instructions for Brahmajnana Prapti at that very age. Thereafter, throughout life, he can keep on serving the world as distinct as required. Okay, in the same way, either the mental tensions, worries are not there much. So this is for all of us also. In other words, keep mind kali, keep the body healthy, use that beautiful situation for the Atma Samadhi means discovering our own essential self. Then only the Janma Varna Chakra will not be there. Otherwise, as we have gone through in this life, so many turbulences, tensions, worries, struggles, anxieties, ditto, copy and paste will be there in our thousands of lives till in one of the lives we realize the self. If that's the case, why not try for the same in this very life? That is the indicated meaning, guidance, direction, suggestion. Same way, second close sloka में दैवम पुरुषकारेण यो निवर्तितुमिच्छति इहवा अमुत्र जगति सह संपूर्ण अभिवांछितः. This deep inner to the core level, this thought has to go into all of our hearts. That whatever the Daiva is there means that which is not in my hands. Whether it is from the totality, from the Lord Himself, from the contemporary world people around, or even from the past, whatever it may be, I will defeat it, conquer it with my own Purushartha to reach to any of the goal. With that deeply percolated thought in the heart, from there when we start getting inspired and working, for us, for such person, Sampurna Abhivanchitaha Saha Jagati. Jagati in the world, Saha, that person is Sampurna Abhivanchitaha Bhavati means he becomes a achiever, gainer of whatever the Abhivanchas are there in the entire world. The sublimity of the thought here we have to catch. What is the sublimity? I am here to put my Purushakara to dismantle or remove or neglect or reject or eliminate or destroy Daivam. So Daivam Purushakarena Nivartitum Icchati. Icchati therefore Prayatnam Karoti. मेरे अपने स्वयं के पुरुषकार से सेल्फ एफर्ट से anything daivam I will be defeating it and achieving the result for which I am doing the purushakar. That daivam can be our own laziness, that daivam can be our own rajoguna, the daivam can be our own delusions, confusions, the daivam can be our own ignorance, the daivam can be the people around us who are not allowing us to work, perform, achieve. The daivam can be the natural calamities. The daivam can be the difficulties coming from the unknown sources. कुछ भी हो मैं अपने प्रयत्न से This is what in the olden days, means in the Puranic stories, you see that person who has gone for his tapasya. Him, the Daivam disturbs from both inner and outer. The outer Daivam, anyway, we know the Indra sends the rains, Indra sends the heat or cold, Indra sends all the Apsaraya for disturbing him, etc. This all Daivam trying to disturb him in his Purushakara. From within also, whatever he had earlier of his own inner personality, which are not seen to the outer people, he'll have to struggle with that Daivam also. So that Parakashta Sthiti mein, when he is continuously putting his Purushakara and destroying or defeating both inner and outer Daivam, देखो the Lord प्रत्यक्ष हो जाते थे. Then whatever the boon he asks, the Bhagavan used to bless him. And among them, those who are of the highest Viveka, when the Lord appears, they ask only one thing, Atma Jnana and Moksha. Bhagavan says, go to that Guru, or he himself gives the Upadesha, using that Dhyanam and Atmanubhuti and Moksha. The others used to ask for the different powers or siddhis with which they would either serve the world, or rule the world, or enjoy the world. Some of them even troubled the world. पुरुषकारेण दैवं निवर्तितुं यः इच्छति सः जगति पूर्ण संपूर्ण अभिवांछितः. पावरफुल श्लोक इट इज. आई टेल यू, मीन्स मैं अपने हौसले हिम्मत मेहनत से कोई भी दैव हो उसको मैं डिफीट करूंगा, ऐसा इच्छा एंड प्रयत्न. And then you invoke the grace of Guru and the God and the Shastra for that. But first you be ready to put the efforts to conquer Daiva. I really loved this shloka. वो हिट किया कि नहीं हमारे दिल को देख लो. पुरुषकारेण दैवम निवर्तितुम इच्छति. Just get out that you Daivam, you can't defeat me. You cannot make me imperfect or impotent or non-performer. You cannot take away my goal from me. I will see to it that I will achieve it. The beauty in this universe is what? Every being potentially divine, divine being infinitely potential. Anything anybody can achieve. An ant also in its Purushakara, can in its own evolutionary stages, maybe some lives, it can even become one with Brahma Tattva, Brahma Deva of the Brahma Loka, creator, Hiranyagarbha. Same ant in its own evolution, it can even realize the Atman Brahman in it. That much capacity is lurking inside every living being. Because life is same. In that life, the potentiality is infinite to achieve anything. But we have to believe in us and keep on putting effort. Nothing is impossible. If that's the case, what to talk about eliminating these small little worries, tensions, anxieties regarding the body, or other fears, or other notions, or other attachments, or other expectations. छोटे छोटे बातें हैं बच्चा लोग. अब you and I have to conquer them. Then more obstacles are put. We'll conquer them more. In that way, it is appearing that we are conquering the obstacles, but actually देखा जाए, we are reaching towards our goal. Isn't it like you are mounting the any of the pilgrim place like Kedarnath? Every obstacle you are conquering there only to say that you are nearing to your goal. Purushartha, Purushakarena. That's the beauty of this second shloka. Now, the opposite of it. Two pictures are painted. One the pessimist. What is he? Ye samudyogam utsrujya sthita daiva parayanaha samyak udyogam utsrujya. Putting their own efforts, that aspect, the one who has given up. Daiva parayanaha. Imagining that somebody will come and do something and something will happen. Therefore, sthitaha. Not at all doing anything, lazying out. For such people, they, see the point here. Dharmam, artham, kamam cha nashayanti. Those people destroy their own dharma, artha, kama, purusharthas. If dharma, artha, kama alone are destroyed for them, what to talk about the moksha? वो तो और दूर की बात है. इसलिए नाशयंती आत्म विद्विषः. They are all the ones who are humiliating, insulting their own selves. Therefore, The all four Purusharthas are unachievable to them. No, it is said in Sanskrit, we are trying to truly translate, but we have to understand it in our own mother tongue or language, in whichever we are fully able to understand it and feel it. तो मैं अपना मेहनत नहीं करते हुए और किसी के मदद का इंतजार कर रहा हूं, तो मैंने अपना अर्थ धर्म काम मोक्ष चारों को गंवाया नाश किया. On the other hand, somebody comes or not, helps or not, I am putting my own efforts, artha kama dharma moksha, all purusharthas I can conquer or achieve. Therefore, the achievement of any purushartha or failure, in whose hands it is, in our own hands. So let that hands and legs and faculties given be always functional with all inspiration, continuously, relentlessly. है ना? Even death should not stop our efforts just because when we get the another body, straight away we start working. And no stop anywhere of Purushartha. Only two Purusharthas. One achieving the Paramatma goal. Second, after achieving it, serving others till every of the beings get evolved and realize the self. बस इस तरह का हमें हिम्मत हौसला अंदर से जागृत करना है. The stony life which we lived, the planty life which we lived, the birdy life which we have lived, the insecty life which we have lived, the animalistic life which we have lived, prompts us for the bhoga or pushes us for the bhoga, pushes us for the nidra, and pushes us for the lethargy, etc. Like all animal kingdom, when they get what they want for survival, beyond that they don't think there is something to do. They just relax and sleep only. If you and I are like that, in us the animal tendencies are there. Birds also are like that. Trees तो और worst है वो, उनको कोई पानी दिया तो जिएंगे नहीं तो मरेंगे. अब स्टोन में तो जिंदगी है ही नहीं. So by non-performing, we slowly from animal to bird to plant to stone level we fall. And those tendencies are there in us because we have gone through those lives. Right now, recognize that we are human being. Recognize all the possibilities. Recognize all the potentialities. Get guided by the Guru. Get inspired by the Shastra. Then keep on achieving one by one. For no matter in the beginning, maybe some early goals. Thereafter, go and achieve yoga siddhis. Never mind. Thereafter, go to some Swarga Adiloka if you want, and through that, knowing all of them are ephemeral, go for the spiritual ultimate goal. Or straight away, right from the beginning only, the ultimate spiritual goal, having reached where nothing remains to be achieved, one can try for it. If not, all चार पुरुषार्थ नाश हो जाएंगे हमारे. And who is नाश कर रहे? खुद ही. Okay, these are the three shlokas we have thoroughly seen yesterday. Today also I'll spend 5-6 minutes. Now, one by one shloka beautifully is guiding us. Here, the four reasons for the Vijaya success. Bhagavan, our Vasishtha ji, teaching us. From the fourth shloka, dhyan se sunna. What is it? Samvid spando manaspandaha indriya spandameva cha edhani purusharthasya रूपाण्येभ्यः फलोदयः. संवित्स्पन्दो मनस्पन्दः इन्द्रियस्पन्दमेव च एतानि पुरुषार्थस्य रूपाण्येभ्यः फलोदयः. एतानि त्रीणि पुरुषार्थस्य रूपाणि. These three are the forms or expressions of the purushartha. We are talking about purushartha, we are talking about purushakara, we are talking about paurusha, we are talking of self-effort. It has got these three forms of expression. Etani purusharthasya rupani. And then when they are done, ebhya, with the practice of these three, phala udayaha. Every of the phala of whatever the goal you made, you will be able to get the phala, the fruit of it, the success of it. Ebhya phala udayaha. Etani purusharthasya rupani. These are the forms of expression of the purushartha. Ebhya, by these phala udaya. So right now only let us catch these three. All the three are required. Therefore, among these three, two are achieved, one are not achieved. One is achieved, the other two are not achieved. All the three are not there. One cannot be achieving the phala. तीनों का रोल समझ लो. See, if you see from Sarga 4 onwards, how Bhagavan is developing the topic and adding one by one thing. फर्स्ट पुरुषार्थ का बोला, फिर प्राक्तन का भी पुरुषार्थ होता है, हाउ टू टैकल ये भी बताया, फिर परदीय परेशान पुरुषार्थ होता है, उसको कैसे टैकल करना वो भी बताए. अब नाउ ही इज कमिंग that when we talk about purushartha, definitely according to Shastra and Guru, what is that purushartha constitutes personally within us? Three things. One is called Samvit Spandaha, second is Manaspandaha, third one is Indriya Spandaha. Very clear to listen to understand. Yesterday we tried to explain a little bit. So the Samvit Spandaha means the utilization of the intellect. Samvit here is intellect, and with that going to the Guru, studying the Shastra, listening to the elders, going to the people who really give us the counseling, etc. From them, we have to understand what is the highest goal and what is possible. Possible is the highest goal, and the highest goal is possible. That is called as Samvit Spandaha. Samvit is Chetana, Samvit is consciousness. We have to be conscious with our intellect about the highest achievable and highest possible, and that we have to take as ours. तो पूरा जीव को कौन सा उत्तम लक्ष्य पाने का संभावना है? परमात्मा प्राप्ति. Okay, for all jivas. Then what is possible to you? Obviously the same one. This conviction inside about the ultimate goal is samvit spandaha. And naturally that is given in the first position because वो नहीं है तो बाकी दोनों नहीं होते. Sometimes samvit spanda is there because you and I are studying shastras every day. So achieving Paramatma Prapti is a goal that sort of conviction may come to us. Understanding may to come to us. But again the second thing is there where we have to do the second Purushartha, that's called a Manaspandaha. Again in that Manaspanda, the mind also should be cooperating with us in dedicating itself with all its liking and loving and wanting only to again what the Samvit Spanda has decided. While doing so, the mind has to withdraw its interest from everything else. So that is called the response of the mind, called as Manaspandanam. We have to do that. We have my mind is not listening to intellect's Gola Paramatma. My mind has its own channels of different distractions and projections and undertakings. This is no good. This is also my Purushartha that slowly, steadily, by giving all education to the mind, training to the mind also should be under the full guidance of the Samvita, and the mind also should love and like only Paramatma Prapti. Like we all have some vispanda regarding the glory of or importance of or need of satsang. An example I am giving. Who says satsang is bad? Nobody says. सबको पता है शास्त्र पढ़ना अच्छा है, ज्ञान पाना अच्छा है, गुरु सेवा करना अच्छा है, आध्यात्मिक जीवन चलाना अच्छा है. But who is the devil who is not allowing us to do mana? Because the mind with the vasanas has its own other habitual priorities, habitual importances of worldliness and bhoga. Like in the class, we listen and go, कि चलो बैठते हैं ध्यान वगैरह. When you go from the class, you go to your hall, your house, there you are. Somebody has put on the TV, you चलो 2 मिनट टीवी देखकर, then हम करेंगे जो स्वामी जी ने कहा साधना. 2 मिनट जाकर 2 घंटे हो जाता है. By the time the 2 hours over, you are tired, exhausted. This inspiration gained in the class for sadhana is postponed for tomorrow. What happened there? The mana is still worldly. The mana should also to do the spandana in such a manner. In it also, all the desires, all the likings, all the enthusiasms, all the inspirations, all the restlessnesses which it has for the worldly things, now it should have only for Paramatma. ये भी पुरुषार्थ का हिस्सा है. ये हमारे लिए nobody else can do. Others can give some input inspiration during the class time, during the counseling time, during the mutual discussion with the Guru. But after that, we are left alone. At that time, the Manaspanda we have to achieve. So, Savispanda is one Purushartha where we take our intellect and get understanding about the ultimate goal and convinced about it. Manaspanda is into the mind also. All our interests are only for. Here we fail, many of us. Still in the mind, the bhoga shaktis are there, the outer things are there, attachments are there. Okay? In some cases, both are achieved. The samvit spanda ho gaya, manaspanda bhi ho gaya, but still the third obstacle is there. That's called indriya spanda. The indriya means karmendriya, jnanendriya, and our sharira we can take. They have again their own demands. Indriya spanda mein body ka laziness we can talk about. Body's energylessness we talk about. As a part of Purushartha, that laziness has to be eliminated. The energy in the body with the pranayama ityadi has to be maintained. Then the indriyas means all the 10 indriyas. In them also both problems. They still seek the objects of the world for enjoyment, like a very violent horses. They just want to go and graze in the garden, etc., or the grass, and they don't want to listen to you that you mount to them and that should carry you to your destination. Same way, Indriyas want to graze in the Indriya Vastus, graze, and do not want to cooperate with us in doing the spiritual sadhanas, our goals. है कि नहीं? वो आंख 3 घंटे टीवी देखती है, बट 10 मिनट पुस्तक पढ़ने को उसको तैयारी नहीं होता. वो जिह्वा जो इतना बकती रहती है दिन भर विथ पीपल, 10 मिनट एक भजन करो, कीर्तन करो, वो करती नहीं. आई एम टायर्ड. लाइक द चिल्ड्रन, सेंड देम टू प्ले. 6 घंटे दे विल प्ले एंड कम. टेल देम 10 मिनट बाजार जाके दूध का पैकेट ले आओ. वो कहेगा आज दूध दूध आजकल मिलावटी आ रहे हैं मम्मी, लेट अस नॉट मिल्क ड्रिंक द मिल्क ही सेज. बंद करो दुकान से मिल्क लाना. Frustrated when the mother brings the milk, then this fellow says, Mama, दूध दे दो, अब देखो. Like that child are the indriyas. For the enjoyment, they are ready to go. When you want to direct them for the sadhana, they say, sorry, हम हड़ताल करते हैं. है ना, like the opposition party in the parliament. They won't appreciate government's work. They won't help them at all. Anything government want to do good, कुछ ना कुछ उसमें पोक करते हुए demoralize them, then try to defeat them and don't allow them to work. दुष्ट होते हैं, है ना. you only have selected them. अब सफर करो. stagnant हो गया देश पिछले 2 महीने से. where are the plans happening? where are the glorious things that were happening last 10 years? कम हो गया. अगर कुछ भी करो पोक कर रहे हो लोग. बजट ठीक नहीं है, वो ठीक नहीं, ये ठीक नहीं, बस. No, even one good thought that what you are doing is good, how we are suggesting it, please take. Both of us, let us together work for the development of country. होगा ही नहीं उनमें. They don't love the nation. They don't want to see the progress. And the Sanatana Dharma के द्वेषी है ही वो लोग from the beginning onwards. In the same way, our Indriyas भोग परायण है, योग परायण नहीं हो. Therefore, that Indriyas, the Prana Shakti, the mind also has to be trained to tune to the Paramatma Prapti. These three put together is called the POURUSHA. Sammispando, Manaspandaha, Indriyaspanda evacha, Etani Purusharthasya Rupani, Yebhyaha Phalaudayaha. In some cases, Indriyas are cooperative, but mind doesn't love it. Mind indriyas are cooperating, but intellect has no conviction of the higher goal. Clarity, let us say. Some clarity is there sometime. Indriyas may be cooperative, mind doesn't help. Even one of them do not help, work doesn't happen. This, in other words, proper catching, proper removal of all negativities, proper filling with all divinity and positivity, proper integration between Deha, in Prana, Indriya, Mano, Buddhi, Sri Vaashishtha ji talking here. An integrated personality alone can reach to whatever is outer or inner goals. What you call today about the personality management and all, what he is saying this only. Can anybody say more beautifully than Vaashishtha ji? Some with Spandaha, Manaspandaha, Indriya. Spanda means, in general terms, also let's understand, response. Responding. है ना, like the clarion call of the great people for the freedom of India. The whole country has done the spandana, I mean they responded. Therefore, they all came out of their whatever places, ran away these fellows, the Britishers and all. spandana hua. In the same way, 10, 12 years back, people came forward and said, we are there for our dharma and desha seva. जनता ने स्पंदना करके उनको वोट डाला. देखो in 10 years how many things are achieved. Response, सबीत स्पंदना, देन मनस्पंदना, इंद्रिय. फील करो उसका अर्थ क्या है. Isn't it? Again, remember, only when we continuously exposed to Guru and Shastra, these three are positively empowered, and also there is an avoidance of the negative misguidance to them. हाँ, ये तीनों जड़ है ना, बुद्धि और मन इंद्रिया, और जहां ले जाओगे उस खुराक को खाएंगे वो. You take them to those people, those places, those books, those programs where the कामादि विकारास are there or the निद्रादि are there. उनको उसमें मजा आता है. हाँ, उसका आदत हो जाता है. For example, the proof is our own selves. What have we done throughout life other than the artha kama? Therefore, in our purushartha, the sambit and mana and indriya spanda is only for the worldly bhogas. अब नाउ चेंज करो. फॉर 12 years, मिनिमम 12 years, 12 साल होता है एक पुष्कर समय. Totally take your sum with the intellect, the chitta, and the mana and indriya only towards spiritual under the guidance of Guru and Shastra. You will see they will be inspired in them. The raunak that comes in them, the glow, the beauty, the divinity in them is unfathomable. It's so beautiful. And all of them used for the ultimate goal, they take us. So, एतानि पुरुषार्थस्य रूपाणि एभ्यः फलोदयः. ओके, एभ्यः फलोदयः. संवित्स्पन्दो मनस्पन्दः इन्द्रियस्पन्दमेव च एतानि पुरुषार्थस्य रूपाण्येभ्यः फलोदयः. Clear? The intellectual convictions, emotional attachments and belongingness, and the physical sense level activities. Indriya. Clear? Now the internal relation between these three in the next shloka, sage Vaashishtha ji himself guides us. What he says? Yata samvedanam chedaha tatha tat spandam ruchyate tathaiva kayah charati tathaiva phalabhoktruta. So, yata samvedanam chedaha. As samyak vedanam cheta, whatever intellect with its right thinking and understanding, authentic thinking and understanding, shastriya thinking and understanding, logical thinking, most important understanding, gets convinced about. यथा संवेदनम चेतः, चित्त का किस तरह का जो सम्यक वेदनम is both. Samyak vedanam knowing, some vedana also sensitivity. संवेदनशील समय है हम कहते हैं ना, you can use that meaning also. Samyak vedanam, knowing it very well. Samvedanam, being sensitive. So when the intellect knows convincingly about the higher goal and also sensitive about it, yada samvedanam chetaha tatha, in the same way, tat spandam aruchyati, the mind also gets that type of spandana. Therefore, intellectual conviction को दृढ़ करते जाओ. That percolates, that conviction percolates, permeates into the mana also. And that's why we all live, not our knowledges, not our, let us say, things which we know, but we live what we are habitually doing as conviction. The same thing in Gita 3rd chapter, to Arjuna's question, Bhagavan says, what is that which makes us do papa, O Lord, even if we don't want? Bhagavan gave the answer that it is kamayesha, krodhayesha. Same thing we are studying in Kena Upanishad also. Kene Shitam Pati Preshita Mana, a thoda higher level of discussion. But about the Indriyas, Mana, it's talked. Then Bhagavan explained in Gita 3rd chapter, it is Kama and Ariyas Krodha, they make you do all the papa. Then he explained, where is the Sthavara, the bunker, the headquarters, the place of staying where this Kama and Krodha operate and destroy you and I, the human being or the seeker, three places. Indriya Dehinam, having कब्जा करके इन तीनों को, ज्ञान को आवरण करके जीव को मोहित करता है, ये काम क्रोध. Exactly. Indriyani, mano, buddhi. Here also, Buddhi is samvid spandaha, mana is manaspanda, indriyani indriya spandaha. What is said in Gita, what is absolutely matching. So here the sequence is first yada yatha samvedanam chetaha. First is intellectual sensitivity, information, conviction. Tata tat spandam ruchadi. Here tat means the mana also. Spandam ruchadi. Then in the buddhi mein, chitta mein conviction, मन में भी लाइकिंग इंक्लिनेशन दोनों एक नारायण एक ही लक्ष्य के होते हैं तथा एवं कायः चलति देन द बॉडी द सेंसेस आल्सो हियर से अर्लियर श्लोक में इंद्रिय कहा या काय कहा तो हमने उसी समय दोनों जोड़ दिया इंद्रिय मीन्स इंद्रियास द बॉडी एंड द प्राण शक्ति आल्सो तथा कायः चलति in the same way, the body, the senses also function tatha eva phala and phala bhoktruta. According to those performances, the results come and you enjoy those results. So the enjoyment in the life is by getting results. Results is by the performance. Performance is done by the sharira, indriya and prana, and that is prompted by the mind with its love and liking. And the mind gets that liking and loving when the intellect is convinced to. So therefore, intellectual conviction, mental liking, working at the level of senses, body, and prana, getting the result and enjoying it is the Purushartha, which you have to do. Of course, the Lakshya is Paramatma. See the clarity of it. What's the doubt in this once we have heard it? Only we have to be practical, that's it. Expose your intellect to Shastra Jnanam vigorously for those 10 12 years. Get convinced in the intellect that Paramatma alone is Satya. Sadvastu Prapti alone can give us Sat Sukha, Sat Ananda, and all of that. Let us try only for that. Let the mind also throughout the day have feelings. As soon as possible, let me have the Paramatma Prapti and all. Then the Indriyas and all, they do the Swadhyaya, whatever they can help us up to. इन आध्यात्मिक मार्ग देहेंद्रियों का बस ये गुरु के पास जाना, शास्त्र पढ़ना या कोई उपासना के कर्म होते हैं जरूरत के हिसाब से पद अंतःकरण शुद्धि वहां तक वो हेल्प करते हैं. Once that is over, even the mind is not required. Only in the Vijnanamaya Kosha we do the Vicharana, and Vicharana के बाद अन्वय व्यतिरेक के द्वारा we go on getting ourselves pulled out of the tadatmya with the upadhis and slowly realize our essential self. That struggle in the beginning is tough, but once you start getting into the groove of doing that sadhana, then you will see the joy. That I am not the upadhis, I am the self. जो हम next class में देख रहे हैं, देहान्यत्वात् नमे जन्म जरा कार्षलयादयः, those sadhanas. So संविस्पन्दः मनस्पन्दः इन्द्रियस्पन्देव च एतानि पुरुषार्थस्य रूपाणि एतैः फलप्राप्तिः एभ्यः फलोदयः. Then in that also यथा संवेदनं चेतः तथा तत्स्पन्दमुच्यते तथा एव कायः चलति तथा एव फलभोक्तृता. कितना crystal clear is the teaching guidance by our Sri Vaashishtha ji. And people who are the terrorist type, unka chitta spandana is so much because they are taught in their so-called schools कि मारो काटो भगवान के नाम पे दूसरों को मार भी डालो समय तुम भी मर जाओ. In that way their samvedana in the chitta is added and their mind also gets tuned to that. Then the indriya's bodies act such a way that they cross all the mountains and the cold regions with the heavy artillery etc. to kill some of our army, and in doing so they also die. All that is again conviction, murkha conviction, misguided by the dushtas there in that country. In the same way, this converting wretched people the other time, you will be given money, spoil the Hindus, their faith in their Sanatana Dharma, destroy them, and create the doubts in them regarding their own devatas, their own gurus, their own mother, father, their own dharma, their own all upasana, and convert them. We'll give you 30, 40, 50,000 rupees. And these Bevakoos do that thing only. They are intellectually that way mesmerized, blackmailed. We don't do those wretched things. We only tell, beta, this is the truth. You take your time, you use your intellect, your Samvit Shakti, you get convinced. Then it's your choice. See, today we will see in this very chapter, today means in this chapter, after 10, 12 slokas, Vaashishtha ji himself is going to say, Do you know in this which shloka number? Narayana. Very, very interesting thing. Hmm. इन द श्लोका नंबर, हाँ श्लोका नंबर देखो 20th में राम जी को कहते हैं राम यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु. Exactly after teaching the entire Gita, what Krishna said, Arjuna, ythayachasi tatha kuru. Vimrusheta desheshena ythayachasi tatha kuru. यहाँ भी वही कहते हैं राम यथेच्छसि तथा. It is Hinduism. Hinduism leaves it to your conviction after giving you all the correct, positive, highest guidance. We don't compel you, mesmerize you, or mentally, corrupt you or sentimentally blackmail you. No. दैट्स नॉट एट ऑल द करेक्ट वे फॉर द ह्यूमन बींग्स. पशुओं के लिए ठीक है, उसको कुछ घास वास खिला के या उनको डंडा मार के. एक घास खिलाने का एक है रिलीजन, डंडा मारने का दूसरा रिलीजन. वो पशुओं के लिए चलता है, नॉट फॉर द ह्यूमन बींग्स. For human beings, it's you have intellect. Why? This is Sat and Asat. This is Chit and Ajit. This is Ananda and Ananda. It is Bandhana, it is Moksha. Moksha and Bandha. Then you choose it. These are the ways by which the obstacles come on your path. This is the way to avoid them. These are the things that are required as resources. This is how they have to be gained. अब पूरा पिक्चर बता दिया. अब तुम्हारी जिम्मेवारी, तुम्हारा जिंदगी. चल. See the gurus also teach the disciple Brahman, get out of the ashram. It is your choice. Now go wherever, realize the self. And you become another guru. You teach the subjects as long as you are alive. यथेच्छ से तथा गुरु पावरफुल है कि नहीं, वो तो बाद में आएगा. नाउ इन दिस में यथा संवेदनम चेतः तथा तत्स्पंदम रुच्छति तथा एव काय चलति तथा एव फल एंड भोक्तृता, रिजल्ट एंड एंजॉयमेंट. सो संवित स्पंदः मनस्पंदः इंद्रिय स्पंद याद रख लेना. नाउ नेक्स्ट श्लोक. आबालमे तत्संसिद्धम यत्र यत्र यथा यथा दैवं तु न क्वचित् दृष्टम अतो जगति पौरुषम. सो आबालमेत मीन्स बच्चों से लेकर बूढ़ों तक, और आबाल्यमेतत् बचपना से लेकर बुढ़े होने तक. आबाल्यम एतत् संसिद्धम. दिस इज व्हाट इज वेरी वेल प्रूव्ड. यत्र यत्र यथा यथा. Wherever you have seen people are happy, that is because of phala. Phala came to them because the hard work they have done, purushartha. That was backed by the mental purushartha of a mental manaspandanam. Before that, the intellectual purushartha, intellectual conviction and intellectual spandanam. Whoever have achieved smaller goals, bigger goals, worldly goal or spiritual goal, आबालमेत संसिद्धम. बच्चों से लेकर सबके यहाँ हमको यही मिलता है देखने को. The self-effort and the connection between intellect, mind, the senses. In putting those self-efforts. Abalameta samsiddham yatra yatra yatha yatha. If this being so, where is Daivam then? Daivam tu na kvachit drushtam. Nowhere you see the Daivam doing anything. Daivam doesn't allow you to do something. It is a Purusha which alone is working. Therefore he says, Daivam tu na kvachit drushtam ataha jagati Purusham. Therefore, if at all something is there in this world to be believed and to be used is the Purusham only. Your own Purusha. The Samvit Spanda Purusha, the Manaspanda Purusha, then the Indriya Spanda Purusha. ये children बड़े कोई भी हो, सारे जो भी चाहिए सक्सेस पा सकते. Here आबाल means what? The बच्चे जब तक उसको कन्विक्शन नहीं होता कि मुझे फेल नहीं होना, पास होना, तब तक वो मेहनत करता ही नहीं हो. एक बार उसको स्वाभिस्पंद हो गया मन में, मनस्पंद भी हो जाती है, then he himself says, children difference when they come to those 6th 7th class में, except some useless fellows, most of them start becoming serious about their study and all. पास होना है, मार्क्स करना है, and that way those who study they are succeeding. The other fellows, because of company of the bad children or lazy fellows, or not having the spanda from inside, they don't study. So उसी तरह उनका result भी होता है failure का. Is the meaning of abala. You also in their own, let us say, academic higher studies, in their getting the jobs, professional, doing the professional courses and getting the jobs through that. जितना जितना जो मेहनत कर रहा है सबको मिल रहा है. There's nothing called as berojgari. It's not berojgari. It is only believing in the Daivam and not doing the Purusham. Otherwise, in this world, when every animal, bird are able to survive, how come it is difficult to the youth? First, the youth have that dignity. Dignity means the feeling, the dignity of labor. कि हम इंजीनियर पढ़े हैं या हम डॉग ये पढ़े ग्रेजुएट हुए, we can't do this work or that work. That कीड़ा you have to remove. You have to survive. Survival के लिए you need food. For that you have to earn. For that you have to work. Whatever the job you are getting, you do it. If you don't get a job according to your qualification, get qualified for the job, whatever is given. And no work is lesser or smaller. तो नारियल भेजो, फूल भेजो, मूंगफली भेजो, पकौड़े भेजो, कुछ भी करो, काम काम है. If that is the vision, no individual can be, that without employment. And unfortunately, in India, if you see, if at all somebody is unemployed, most of them are the Hindus only. Because they have these all nonsense thoughts. The other religion fellow पढ़ते भी नहीं, but they do any work. वो टायर ट्यूब का काम करेगा, बस पेट भरेगा. चार चार बीवी मेंटेन करता है. See that they work. Our fellows only, they don't work. Whoever they may be, just telling the observation. मेरे को स्वामी जॉब नहीं मिलता बेटा, तुमको ढूंढना है. यू डोंट आस्क मनी, 2 वक्त तो खाना दो बोलो, पहले जीना सीखो अपने पाँव पे. इन दैट वे वी अप्रिशिएट दी वेस्टर्न कंट्री. दो थोड़ा वो ज्यादा हो जाता है कि एज 14 का हो गया, टीनेज, दे किक द चाइल्ड आउट ऑफ द हाउस, नाउ स्टैंड ऑन योर फीट, एंड दे स्टैंड. दैट्स हाउ. यहाँ आगे 30 साल हो गए, गधे की तरह उसको खाना देते रहते हैं. दैट फेलो, आई एम लुकिंग फॉर माई जॉब suitable to me. Nothing suits you. You are a nikama. कुछ काम नहीं मिला तो become a daily wages laborer. That's it. Nothing is bad in this world. चप्पल साफ करो. Nothing is bad in this world. Any work. All are part of the divinity only. So आबाला मतलब ये example है. From the child onwards up to elderly person, who have used their purushartha through these three samvida, they have succeeded and enjoyed life. Phala, those who have not worked, all of them failed. Therefore, if at all something is there is daivam, nothing called purusha, dushta, sorry, if at all anything here there is purusham, paurusham, there is nowhere daivam is seen. Sorry. See, that's what the conclusion. Daivam tu na kvachit dushtam. Ataha jagati paurusham. Therefore, in the jagat, there is only paurusha. आगे के श्लोकों में बताएंगे हमको. वही एक श्लोक वो भी पढ़ ही लेते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, पुरुषार्थेन देवानाम गुरुरेव बृहस्पतिः शुक्रो दैत्येन्द्र गुरुधाम पुरुषार्थेन चास्तितः. तो 2 एग्जाम्पल हमारे सामने लगा रहे श्री वशिष्ठ जी. What is it? Purusharthena. Because of this Purushartha only, not relying, believing on the Daiva and becoming lazy. Because of Purushartha only, Devanam Guruhu eva Brahaspati. Brahaspati has become Guru of the Devatas. ऐरे गहरे को नहीं सेलेक्ट करते हैं गुरु के रूप में. That too to manage the devatas like Indra, Varuna, Vayu and all. How come that person has become by his own Purushartha, the Brahaspati? Studied all the Shastras, gained all the knowledge, did all the yoga sadhanas in this, got that ability, power to be able to even guide Devatas. Therefore, उनके गुरु बन गए. In the same way, Shukro Daityendra Gurutam, Purusharthena cha astitaha. Even Shukracharya also became the guru of the Asuras or the Rakshasas, Daityas, again by his Purushartha, not because he is lazy or some Daivam has blessed him. No. एक जीव ही उस स्थिति में मेहनत कर करके पहुंच गया कि जो राक्षसों का भी गुरु बन सकता है, बन गया हो. And both of them, Brahaspati and the Shukracharya, if they don't continue their Purushartha to sustain, maintain their power or position as the guru of Devatas and the Rakshasas, they also slowly lose their ability. Slowly they also will be demotivated. That is why in us the 3 efforts are: one, first of all, reject the concept called as Daivam. Second, by believing fully the Paurusha, keep on achieving the heights. Once we reach to one height, we have to aim at the higher one to go, not allow ourselves to fall back. That's why Uddhared Atmana Atmanam and then Na Atmanam Avasadayet. अपने आप को नीचे गिरने भी नहीं देना, आगे बढ़ते रहना, आगे बढ़ते रहना. Oh, this, the only thing is, about this we have to be convinced deeply in our heart that I have to put effort to rise, rise, rise. इन दैट वे जो भी कर रहे दुनिया में एक के बाद एक के बाद स्थिति पहुंची जा रहे हैं. यहाँ एक तो देवता का गुरु बना, एक तो असुरों का गुरु बना. Somebody has become Brahmadeva himself. The other person has become Brahmagnani and Mukta Purusha. Not by Daivam, but by Paurusham. Okay, we have beautiful shlokas like this. Yes, the Daiva Daridra Dukkhartaha. Whoever are the terribly Daridra Dukkha Artha, even all of them with their Purushartha have become the successful, rich, and happy personalities, happy people. So कितना भगवान यहाँ कूट कूट कर वो पुरुषार्थ महिमा को हमारे हृदय में भर रहे हैं, क्योंकि सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट दवाई औषध है. After this only whatever the teachings Guru gives will become fruitful because this fellow is inspired in putting the effort. नहीं है, सारा गुरु ने बता ही दिया, अब ये बंदे को पुरुषार्थ करने का ताकत नहीं है. इट इज लाइक आवर क्लास. वी डू चिल्ला चिल्लाओ, बट द लिसनर्स, पता है स्वामी आपने जो बोला ठीक था, मैं आपके लिए ताली बजाता हूँ, इससे ज़्यादा डोंट एक्सपेक्ट मी टू डू एनी साधना फॉर माई सेल्फ एंड नेवर आस्क मी टू हेल्प यू. I don't need your help. What Nikam, what you can help? You can't help yourself. I will do my work. That's it. So in this way, पुरुषार्थ का जो क्या कहते हैं ना, कूट कूट कर हमारे अंदर डाल रहे हैं महिमा को. Put your effort. Purushakara, Purushartha, Paurusha. So Prayatna, all of that. And remember, Sambit Spanda, Manaspanda, and Indriya Spanda. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo PARABRAHMANE Namaः. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Excellent, huh? बढ़िया है सारे श्लोक. प्रभु, we are ready for work now. Give us the work. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्धवर्वाणि सर्वं तस्य वासः सर्वमिदं विव नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेव तत्पुरुषाय तन्नो मंगलं गुरुदेव नारायण. ओम ब्रह्मलोकाय दिवे मूलमूर्ते. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या बोल श्री सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री योगास्मा रामायण शास्त्र की जय. श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यास आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नव पार्वती पदे हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम. अम्बे अम्बे श्री आदिवरा शक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्षु मुक्तगण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. That's great, friends. Don't miss the class. Do your purushartha to come to the class. Don't depend on Daivam. Daivam already has done for us what he can do. Join in 5 minutes for our other next 3 classes. Thank you.